they're off. This is the Stan James Supreme Novice Hurdle, Grade 1, a short run to the first flight, and Hidden Universe on the inside led them over the first, at which there was a mistake by Marsh Warbler towards the inside. Far Away So Close is held up at the back of the field as they race on the long run now towards flight number 2. Hidden Universe now is being taken on by the mare, Magan Star. Magan Star now takes the lead on the outside position, and Ravenstorm in the red and white has now taken second. Hidden Universe has now been shuffled back to third. Marsh Warbler towards the inside, the white colours now racing in fourth position, followed by Zaid Poor, who's racing at the moment alongside Spirit Sun. Then in the hoops on the inside, Recession Proof. These then being followed by Sprinter Sacre and then Q Card. And then on the inside is Spanish Treasure. Working a little bit wider is Rathlin, followed by the grey Alpha Roth and then Gib River. As they go over flight number 2, neither of the leaders jump it particularly well, and they make the run now into the turn and go out into the country, and it's Richard Johnson and Ravenstorm taken on now by Magan Star and Davy Condon, the first two. These are now about 2 lengths clear of on the inside Marsh Wobbler racing in third, and then Hidden Universe in fourth. Spirit Sun is in fifth, and then on the outside is Rathlin, who's racing in sixth. In seventh on the inside, Recession Proof. In eighth, the Royal Blue of Q Card, the well-back favourite, followed by Zaidpour towards the outside of Sprinter Sacre, and then on the inside in the yellow, that is Spanish Treasure, followed by Gib River, who's only got 3 behind. Alpha Off is towards the rear division, together with Far Away So Close, and Sheer Genius is absolute last of the 15 as they go over flight number 3. Ravenstorm was not fluent towards the inside, also a little slow at the back of the field with Spanish Treasure, who is now shaken up for a few strides as they go midway down the back straight and halfway now in the Stan James Supreme Novice Hurdle, and it's still done Ravenstorm to the inside of Magan Star. These the first two, followed next by Marsh Warbler towards the inside of Recession Proof, and then Hidden Universe a little bit wider, the black cap of Spirit Sun. Very wide is Rathlin, followed by Sprinter Sacre, and then Q Card, who was just a little low at that flight of hurdles and was given a shake of the reins for the first time. Gib River is next in the field, ridden along to the inside. Spanish Treasure, Alpha Off with the red star and the yellow cap is making ground for Ruby Walsh. They take the dogleg turn, racing now towards the top of the hill and on now towards the next flight number 5, and they begin to bunch up now on the sharp end with Dun Ravenstorm jumps it well on the outside. Rathlin, Magan Star is between horses. Spirit Sun going well in 4th position, followed by Sprinter Sacre is now in 5th. Marsh Warbler is in 6th. Hidden Universe is in 7th. Alpha Off out wide is in 8th. Q Card makes the turn in 9th, just taken off heels and just had to be niggled there as they went around that turn. These have been followed by Far Away So Close, and then the very pale pink of Zaidpour, followed by Gib River, and once again a few traffic problems at the top of the hill. Far Away So Close had to be snatched up off heels, making the run down the hill now inside the final half mile, and it's Rathlin and Jason Maguire with a big white blaze. Rathlin has come through now to take the lead, and this is the third from home, within second Spirit Sun, and then Sprinter Sacre towards the outside. Alfred made a mistake. Q Card now begins to make ground between rivals as they race down towards the second from home in the Stan James Supreme Novice Hurdle. Sprinter Sacre taken on by Q Card, and Q Card just landed in front. Sprinter Sacre towards the outside. Back in third is Spirit Sun. Alpha Off is now in 4th. Rathlin makes the turn, racing in 5th. Gib River and then Recession Proof. They now race inside the final quarter mile, and it's Tony McCoy and Sprinter Sacre to the near side. Q Card and Joe Tizzard on the far side. Back in third is Spirit Sun. Alpha Off still continues to stay on down towards the final flight. Sprinter Sacre went through the top bar, taken on by stablemate Spirit Sun. Here's Alpha Off now bursting through between horses. Q Card is beat. It's Ruby Walsh and Alpha Off takes the Supreme Novice. In second was Spirit Sun, in third Sprinter Sacre, only 4th Q Card, and in 5th was Recession Proof.
He's missed so much of the season with injury, but that is the way to start the 2011 festival in the way that you mean to go on. Ruby Walsh has won the Stan James Supreme Novices Hurdle on Alpha Off for Paul Nicholls. In second it is Spirit Sun for Barry Geraghty and Nicky Henderson. Third Sprinter Sacre for Tony McCoy and Nicky Henderson, a 2-3 for the Henderson team. And in 4th, and beaten and out of the frame, it is the favourite Q Card. We have Paul Nicholls. Nick is with Paul Nicholls for his instant reaction.
What a start to Cheltenham 2011, Paul, and what a way to have Ruby back on board.
Awesome ride. That was brilliant. It's the first time I've ever had him ride. The horse looked fantastic, and brilliant ride.
You've missed this man, haven't you?
Unbelievable. It's just so good to have him back.
And Alpha Off, he's a horse you've really had to nurture this season, sort of nurse him back to his peak.
It's the first time he's ever looked right. he just took a while to come to himself. You know, he stays. He's got a bit of class, and you know, if Q-Card hadn't run in the bumper last year, we'd have won, and they'd been raving about him.
And for you, with so many horses, so many big names, so much pressure, that must feel fantastic to get that strike under your belt.
Yeah, but more importantly of all, for Ruby, you know, he deserved that.
He certainly did. Paul, many congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed.
Ruby Walsh, what a way to start Cheltenham 2011. You must feel elation, relief in equal measure.
I know, right in the next way for the presentation, we didn't walk back in. Yeah, wonderful. I mean, I suppose from a long way I didn't think I'd win. I didn't even think I'd win early. They had me on my head. I was plenty far back, but he was jumping super. When he got down the back and they stayed a bit, I was able to get into a position, albeit having to go round them, but I wasn't going well enough to go through them. But he turned down the hill and I was following AP. I thought he'd win going to the second last, and you know, when him and Q-Card faltered halfway to the last hole, I thought, geez, I might have a chance now. And he pinged the last and rallied real well, and it was a good performance.
Paul often says that these sons of Domalco, all they're about is guts and galloping.
Well, he has plenty of it, you know. And it's fair play to Paul around into the ring. I thought I'd ride a mustard, roll him in a bumper last year, and he said, no, don't. He said he burnt himself down over the first couple of furlongs last year. He said, sit in a bit if you can, third, fourth, fifth. Just get a lead, get him to settle and see what happens. But I did sit in, but they were going too quick for me. But, you know, fair play to him, he got the tactics right.
And it's a week of really fine judgment calls for you. You're a victim of your own success in many respects, having to choose between all these good horses. To what extent did Paul sort of really urge you to pick him?
He didn't, and in fairness to himself and Willie, they don't put pressure on me one way or the other. They let me make up my own call. If I ask them for advice, they'll give it to me, but they let me make my own mind. He didn't, and I guess with drying ground I went for him over his 8 poor, but look, he'll get some right, there's no doubt I'll get some wrong. You can't, anyone knows how to split yourself in two and ride 2 horses, I'd like to know. But you know, look, I got this one right, next one could be wrong.
And was there a moment at Naas last week where you thought, my God, is anything going to go right for me?
Not really. I mean, look, getting falls is part of being a jump jockey. You got to take the good with the bad. You know, I've had plenty of bad, but I'm going to have a lot better than Dougie Costello is today.
For sure. Nice words, Ruby. Thanks very much indeed. Well
Cheers,
done.
thank you.
Cheers.